Okay, so Dan needs a second date update, and we're going to do our best to help him out. Hi, Dan.
Morning. Hey, thanks for taking my call.
Happy to do it. How can we help?
Well, I mean, you kind of know how this goes, right? Like, met this really cool woman. Well, I guess tell you the whole story. I mean, we met at a party. So we have a couple who's mutual acquaintance. And they were having a party at their house. And we met there and hit it off. So I got her number. And a couple days later, after she'd like to go to dinner, and she actually seemed like genuinely excited to hear from me. So went out a couple days later. And then you know how this goes, right? Like, oh, the date was great. We had a lot to talk about. And now I'm not hearing from her. So there you go. That's why I'm calling. I get to the punchline, right?
Yeah, talking to you on the phone, you sound like a very nice guy, doesn't he?
Easy to talk to.
Easy to talk to.
Oh,
Low
is that where we're
pressure.
going with this? Is that my problem?
No, I don't mean that
it
at
as
all.
a compliment.
Nice guys finish last.
No.
We're headed.
No, I just
Exactly.
meant like in terms of easy to talk to. Like I'm not into men, but I would enjoy having dinner with you. I think you would be, a fun guy to hang out with. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing I think is so weird. Like, I thought conversation at dinner was like super easy. So, and after the date, like nothing dramatic happened. We didn't go back to my place. There was like no big makeout session. It was just really chill, really cool, really nice. So I thought, okay, this is a nice foundation. But from that to zero, I just was a little like, weird.
So you've reached out and attempted to get together with her again for a second date, right?
Yeah.
To no avail.
I mean, it's not even like, hey, that was fun, no thanks. It's like silence.
That's too bad.
Like, hey, I didn't really have as much fun as I thought I would have. I've been like, cool. Silence? It's just weird. I can't do that,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll call her up and we'll see what Vicky really thought of Dan and her day with him and what the story is there. As we continue with Jeff and Jen, Cincinnati's Q102. All right, so Dan was at a party. He and Vicky had mutual friends, this couple who hosted the party, and they just seemed to hit it off. They got to know each other, so he asked for her number and asked her out. They had a lovely dinner. Dan sounds like a super easy guy to talk to and have a conversation with, so I can't imagine anybody wouldn't have had a less than lovely time with him, but for whatever reason, he didn't get a thank you or a hello or a cool or a thumbs up or nothing when he tried to reach out for a second date, and here we are.
I think you hit all the big points.
All right, let's give her a call.
Hello.
Hi, is this Vicky?
Yeah.
Vicky, it's Jeff, Jen, Fritch, and Tim at Q102. How are you this morning?
No way.
I love it. I love her reaction to
That
it.
is
This is
great.
good. Are we catching it at a bad time?
Well, let me put this down. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so funny. Hi.
How are you?
I see you guys all the time. Oh, this is so weird.
Well, we
Good,
love
good,
that.
Good. What's up?
So we spoke to a super cool guy who kind of likes you. His name is Dan. You had dinner with him recently, the guy you met at the party. And he was telling us all about your date. And we just wanted to check in and say hey and see if you love Dan as much as we do.
Well, I liked him. I did.
Did you
Okay.
friend zone Dan?
This is so funny. I looked at this segment so many times. Well, we were sitting at dinner, and I kept calling him by his name, Dan. And I'm just going to be honest. I just was like, I can't date a child because he was like, you can call me Skid. All my friends do.
You can call me what?
Skid, as in Marks.
SKID?
Yes. And then I thought that was kind of weird, but I was like, maybe it has to do with driving or
I
something.
think we already
and I didn't
know.
ask.
I don't know.
Limited dairy on his end.
But I was like,
Oh, my God.
maybe it's because he almost had an accident when he was driving or something, like on the road, not in his pants. And I just thought, oh God, please. And we just kept talking about everything, and it was going really well, but it did come up again, and I was like, oh, where's that nickname from?
How did you get that nickname?
Ew.
And I was like, please, just lie. Even if, just lie, right?
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
funny because he seemed caught off guard because he was like, oh, no one ever asked me that. And then he just told me the story that he got the nickname in college when he left his dirty underwear on the floor.
Okay. Gross.
And, I guess he didn't have a girlfriend yet who's like, this is how you don't do that. Wipe your butt. We all have that at least one conversation with
my
a
God.
boyfriend to be like, oh my God.
He's got to be really
Anyway.
comfortable with it, though, if he's telling you to call him that.
Yeah.
Oh, guys don't
But
care.
also,
Yeah.
but just lie. Even if you want to keep
Lie.
the name,
Lie.
which is okay, that's your nickname, but lie. It just really turned me off. And I, oh my God, I can't date a 21-year-old. I'm a grown woman. I can't.
Okay, well,
But he sounds so nice.
yeah,
does
he
sound
sounds
really
like such a
nice.
nice dude. Dan, you still with us?
Hey, Skid.
People call you Skid for real?
It kind of just became my nickname, and honestly, the reason behind the name I just put behind me, and people just called me that, and I didn't think about it anymore.
Why didn't you lie?
I love how most of these calls are like, you lied, and now I didn't, and you're like, you should lie.
That's
Come on,
true.
how do you win this? Okay,
Sorry.
what's true, I just need to get this out there now. I do not have that problem anymore, okay? Let's just make sure I'm healthy, I'm clean, I'm not that guy.
People
The name
grow.
really, it's like whatever.
Drop
So,
the nickname, though.
Okay.
Sure, that's whatever. I'm not, married to it or whatever. It's just what people call me, so.
Yeah. I'm just going to call you by your real name. It's kind of like how I go by Fritch on the radio, but everybody else calls me Jen or Jenny. Like your real name is Dan. Some people will call you Skid.
You wouldn't want to
It
go
won't
with
be
Skid.
me.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. That's funny, though.
Yeah. I'm glad you're not that guy anymore. That's encouraging. But I just don't know if I can have the father of my children named after poop underwear.
Do we have people that go by their high
I
school
mean, do you know
nicknames?
anybody that's got a nickname now that it's like you just call them that and you don't even really know why they have the nickname? Do you have any friends that go by nicknames?
I don't think so.
I have. I mean, that Squirt. There was a Squirt that I went to high school with.
I have a friend of a friend. Her name is Dr. Jenny because there are more than one Jenny in our circle, and because she's a doctor.
Yeah, well, there you
Oh,
go.
I bet
That's a
she
good one.
loves that.
I don't call anyone underwear. Hey, underwear, how's it going?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you saw Squirt, you would call her Squirt, right?
Squirt.
And not
yeah,
Lisa
she's
or
Squirt.
whatever?
Oh, I would never call her Laura. She hated her
Laura.
name Laura. She
Yeah,
hated Laura.
Laura.
She was Squirt. And she was Squirt because she was short. That was the only reason
Yeah.
we called her Squirt.
I don't.
Well,
All right.
all right. No chance of a second
Yeah,
date
but
with.
if she was called Squirt because she, by accident, I don't know, squirted mayonnaise on the pastor at church or something, that might be embarrassing,
Okay.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry,
I mean-
Dan.
I can let the nickname go, It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, you probably don't even think about it, right? Like, it's just stuck.
No.
You've let it go. It's not something that bugs you. You've moved on. You know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you even think about it.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
well, how about this? We don't call you by your nickname and see if we can do something fun and get you a new one.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Now, that doesn't mean you can control what everybody else calls him. Like, other people may continue to call him a Skid, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
That's true, but at the same time, he might be like, "Hey, I have one of those cool toilet bidets now. Let's move on." Now I rock climb. Call me Rocky. I don't know.
All right.
Try
Well,
to-
we'll set it up. I mean, I like you both. I
But-
think you guys are good together.
He's so sweet. I just kind of panicked, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know what to do. I was like, "What?"
Well, you should have lied.
I know. I should have just been like, me, not you. Instead, I was like, it was really you, not
come on,
me.
that's always a lie. It's me, not you. That's never
No,
me.
sometimes, hey, just full disclosure, I did come off a big breakup. You're super nice, but also I was like, what? I can't date another man-child. So I did panic. It's true.
Well, we're glad you reconsidered.
Well, let's do something low stress that doesn't freak anyone out. How's that sound?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then no one will their pants and we don't have to worry about it.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that would be better. Yeah, I'd like that.
Look at us becoming adults.
Yes. And a couple, it sounds like seemingly before our very ears.
How does that happen?
Oh, you guys, matchmakers.
Aw.
Well, thank you both for coming on Second Date Update and putting yourselves out there.
It was weird, but it was fun.
We love positive outcomes. I'm going to put Dan on hold. We're going to set it up with him. And Vicky, it was lovely talking to you. Thank you for listening.
Thanks.
Okay. Speaking of, that, a plumbing company in Indiana is in the news after a customer didn't pay. So they literally went back and reclogged their pipe.
What?
Oh, my God. That's funny.
Hi.
Since we're talking about poop. Yeah. I mean, I'll bet lots of plumbers have dreamed of doing this.
Right?
Thai Bistro and Bar is in Evansville, Indiana. It's right on the Kentucky border.
It's not far. Yeah. I've heard of it.
Their grease trap was overflowing, so they hired a company called Heverin Plumbing to deal with it. They cleared the clog, charged $235, and the restaurant paid. But then the pipe got clogged again 3 days later. So the plumber comes back, cleared the pipe a second time, but they charged them again and even more than the first time. This time they charged $390 because it was an emergency and it wasn't during normal working hours. Well, the restaurant sees the bill and they're like, we're not going to pay. They refused to pay. They were like, you already unclogged this. You should stand behind your work. So it was like they were blaming the plumber. And they were shocked when the plumber came back the next day and reclogged it.
Oh.
He accessed the pipe from outside and installed a balloon so it couldn't drain. The owner of the plumbing company claims the restaurant has a history of being slow to pay bills, so he would not remove the balloon until they paid him. Their kitchen would have overflowed, so they didn't really have a choice and had to cough up the money. But they have since filed a complaint with the Better Business Bureau. So it could have been worse if it was poop. That was where my thought went straight to. Oh, God. Can you imagine?
No. That makes you want to pay your bills on time.
It makes you want to pay your bills on time. Let's see. What other stuff do I have here? Oh, here. I'm going to send you and Fritch. Let's see. Fritch, Jen, adding you to the text. This is, Kristen sent this to me yesterday. Kristen is in Philadelphia, and she wanted to let Jen know that if Jen happens to be in the Philadelphia area, she found a great
That's
place to go for tea.
You just go right in there and you get your matcha strawberry fields with extra boba, and you're going to be so happy.
Matcha strawberry fields. I told Jeff because, Tim is going to be back from vacation next week. And I said, I don't want you to say a word. I just want you to ask Tim where he thinks Jen is getting the best, the best bubble tea in all of New York. Just guess where you think Jen is getting it. And I just want to hear his answer.
Yeah. So that's
Kung
what
Fu tea.
Yes. That's what Kristen
there it is.
texted me from
Ooh,
Abington,
Jen.
Pennsylvania, just outside Philadelphia.
This thing does look beautiful.
Yep.
Wow.
It is.
It looks like
incredible.
it kind of looks a little bit like I don't even know. It's almost like a milkshake topped with like pistachio. But
well, I'm just going to tell you right now, it is a franchise for a reason, Jeff. For a reason.
Yes. Jen was raving about this place called Kung Fu Tea.
Yeah.
In New York.
There's one in Toledo.
And
there's over 350 locations.
Blair's she's a Best Friends Club member. She's a family member of the show. And
yeah, bestie.
She said, "Oh my God, yes, bubble tea. I love it. Jen, when you're home, there's a Kung Fu Tea in Kenwood Mall and one right here in Mason."
That's what made us laugh so hard is like if there was ever a person that could find the best thing at a chain restaurant, it is Jenn Jordan.
It's me.
Yep. And with
we all have our
locations
specialty.
in Philadelphia as well.
Hilarious.